There we are.
We're here. And it's 10 pounds up. You might hold. How many cameras do I have on?
Okay, so good morning, everyone. It is 9:33 on April 4th. We are going to convene the RPRC meeting. The first item of business are the approval of the March 21st, 2023 minutes in advance of the meeting. I'll make a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll say.
Sue Geffen, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, first item is 9 Half Mile Road. I see they are here. Good morning.
Good morning. Not sure if you can see me. Let me see.
So Jan and Michael, welcome to the meeting. How are you?
Good morning. Thank
Jan,
you.
do you want to take us through the application and just explain to the committee what it is? If you have the plans, you could share them with us.
I do it right now. I'm gonna share the screen.
Great.
Okay. Can you see, guys, the plans?
Yep, we see. Yep. So
Okay.
Michael, it's a spectacular piece of property.
Oh,
Really.
thank you. You got out on Friday then.
What's that?
You went out on Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's great.
And I'm glad, Don and Michael, you're here. You know, take us through the addition and the changes. You know, it is unique. You know, it's an interesting project.
Yeah.
So take us through it if you don't mind. And we'll.
Sure. So, good morning, everybody. Again, my name is Jan Čerek. I'm the architect. I did the plans. This is a 6.5 acre property. There is an existing house on the property already. Existing house, it's right here. This is a site plan with existing garage, existing driveway.
Yes. Do you have any? I was just saying, do you have any pictures of the existing house that you could show?
Oh
us?
yeah, I do. Let me.
All right, you don't have to do that now, but just at some point. Get to that.
Sure, I will. There are some accessory structures over here, and then we are doing this two-story addition, and we altering a little bit the existing house. It's right here. I guess I'm gonna go to elevations, and then I can show you then the photos. So this is the front of the house. That's basically all existing. Just this little piece over here, that's addition, and you're gonna see it on the side. Sorry, here. So that's the right side of the house. This is the addition, and then of course this modern cube. The existing house, it's a brick veneer. It's a slate roof, and windows are white trim around it. The addition, it's gonna be metal sheets siding. It's a painted aluminum with a vertical small, like 1/4 inch reveals. We have one part which is just 1 story, and above that we have a small balcony. There's a glass railing, and you can see the back of the house. So again, this brick 2-story, actually 2.5 story. The attic, it's finished also. And then this one is the new addition. And
Yep.
again, from the other
Okay,
side,
you know, that does a good job. I don't think we need the photos, but you know, it is really a nice,
and this is the
nice
other side,
house.
the left side.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, so, you know, we've got an ARB rep here in Sioux. Now, this is not going to be visible from really any other property. Definitely not, I mean, maybe someone's backyard, but not from the street. Sue, any thoughts on how we should deal with this? Is this something
I
you think
think
the
we should go to
ARB wants to look at?
ARB,
Okay,
because what it looks like is something's being added to the house that doesn't fit with the house.
okay.
Post-Soviet.
Hmm?
Kind of post-Soviet.
Just, I think the ARB needs to discuss this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't-
definitely not post-Soviet in terms of design.
no,
I don't know if
yeah,
someone
it's
said
not
post.
brutalist or it's.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
This-
it's
the idea, if I can, it's a, so we have a two-story existing house. It's a brick veneer house. You know, it's a kind of, you can say French chateau. It has a hipped roof, very symmetrical,
Yep.
very organized, and we're doing addition which is up to date, basically modern addition. If we would like do the approach to try to do the same exact style, we wouldn't be really able to match the existing bricks. That's very difficult. And also, it would be kind of, from the architectural point of view, would be kind of you're trying to copy something what was done 100 years back. You don't bring in anything new, and you are not even able to do it the same way like they did it. You know, so that's kind of the idea. The approach of the new.
I get it. You know,
yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just going to add.
and you know, I think
can't-
it's best to have.
I'm sorry,
Michael,
Adam. I was interrupting you. You go ahead.
I was just going to say, you know, the ARB are the experts, and you can make those arguments better to them
Mhm.
than us. I think there's enough uniqueness to the project for you to just have that discussion with them. The arguments you present, you know, see, I get why you made those choices. I understand.
Yeah. You
But
can't
what we're
really make
saying,
this sort
Michael?
of addition to a Georgian. Georgians, by definition, have the plane going across, and they don't have planes coming out perpendicular. That's sort of the identifying characteristic of the house. So the idea is it's not visible for anyone from anyone's backyard or anyone. And it's also not visible until you turn the corner of the garage. If the entry comes across the front of the house, and then the garage is perpendicular to, yeah, there you go. So it's designed specifically to so that it's revealed only as you turn the corner. I'm not sure. I think actually you have to go pretty far into the garage to see it. But then you see it from the back. And I apologize, I just reacted to the post-Soviet because one of the
I understand.
consulting architects on this is a very well-known European architect who happens to be my wife's grandmother, as it turns out. And she's done things like the Blue Moon in Iceland, or sorry, the Blue Lagoon in Iceland. And it's definitely not a brutalist post-Soviet thing. It's a very, very different. So I was just reacting for her benefit because she would not like that characterization.
Yes, no, I agree with what you're saying. All right, so, you know, I think that's the next that we'll vote, but I think it makes sense for this to go to the ARB. Just, you know, it's a unique project.
Understand. So I guess you will send us some email with application to ARB.
Yeah, and I did, it's gonna be, you're gonna,
Yeah, hold on a sec, we're not there yet. We also have the town engineer, so he might have some comments, just a heads up for you guys. issues you might have to address as well.
Yeah, you'll have to issue stormwater. It's peers, once you put everything in, you'll probably be over 5,000, so you'll have to get a SWIP and file an NOI with state. For the stormwater, you're gonna need topography in the area that you're. The improvements. And you'll have to test all the associated things with stormwater
Okay.
and.
Yes,
controls.
Our new impervious, it's a little bit over 300 square feet, because we are building over existing patio. But I was told by the building department that the threshold is once we are over 250, then we have to do stormwater. So I already contacted the civil engineer and he started to work on the stormwater. The topography right now, we have a survey which doesn't have a topo. I don't know if is it topo necessary, or can we use just from GPS the 2 feet topo?
Well, the problem is when you're doing stormwater, there's certain slopes you have on
right.
stormwater and stuff, so you're gonna need more detail. In that area.
Yeah, you don't need to do the whole property per se,
Yeah,
but
okay.
around wherever you're gonna make the improvement. So stormwater location and the addition makes sense.
Yeah, and I'll just note to the county, because they're probably, this is adding a bedroom, so you probably have to get Westchester County approval. You might have to
Sorry, I didn't hear that bit. What was
do
the,
improvements to the septic system.
Have you looked at that issue, whether you need to expand the septic? Do you
So the
need to expand the septic system to satisfy Westchester County?
So the septic, we did it the way that basically we don't adding any bedroom. We were and the current septic system. I think I attached to this application also the septic inspection, and the septic, it's current septic, it's able to handle those bedrooms.
Okay. All right, so I'll make a motion to send this to the architectural review board for.
is that an
review.
additional
second
process?
that.
Sorry, Adam, maybe I should just
Yes.
talk about this with Jan. Is that an additional process?
Yes, but it is, but let's finish this vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes. So you'll submit to the architectural review board. There's an application online. Typically, it will be addressed at one meeting, and they'll, you'll come out of there with a decision.
If you don't mind me asking, what's in the new 2-story addition?
It's a little bit of an addition to the kitchen and then a family room. The thing about Georgians is because they're sort of linear one way, they generally don't allow for a connected sort of family space that's convenient to the kitchen. It's a style that was more like, the cooks are in the kitchen and the family is in formal space. And so we're adding a family room. And then on top of that is a master bedroom. And the existing master, which is relatively small for a master, although it's very nice, is becoming a guest space.
Yeah, so you're gonna need improvements. You're gonna look, how far it's gonna look at that as an extra bedroom.
Yes. Yeah. Or
Oh.
septic.
Yeah.
There's an existing bedroom, I think, on the first floor, which we are removing. So
Yes.
basically, we're removing one and we adding one, so that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I
you'll
think we
have
might
that
be
discussion.
removing 2 bedrooms actually, as it turns out, but
By looking to,
Septic, tell the health department about that.
I guess, which is her closet.
Is the aluminum common in Europe? The aluminum clad siding? Or is it, my brain goes to a stucco type of thing that might
Yeah.
be Georgian.
yeah,
But
it is.
you guys,
When we were,
Was there a specific?
it is, yeah, when we were looking at this, we looked at how they were renovating Georgians and neo-Georgians in the UK. And some prominent architects there. And it seems to be a really common, I don't know, it is, I don't want to say we're doing something common exactly, but it's like
No, it's unique.
it's a thing that people do.
Right, no, I have no horse in this race. I think it's wonderful. I wish you luck.
Yeah, thank you.
So what we will do, so you'll go to the ARB, have that discussion with them. Yeah, we'll also post the engineering comments that we have today, later today, so you can start addressing those. You don't need to have those engineering issues addressed before you go to the ARB. I'd make the ARB application as soon as you can. And then after that, you'll go to the building department to pull the permits.
Understand.
And can I ask, and Jan, tell me to be quiet if this isn't appropriate to ask, but how long does the ARB process usually last, or is that impossible to say really?
It's usually one meeting. It's usually you meet with. They'll make it, a decision or put some conditions on it.
Right.
But usually it's fair to come back.
Okay.
Is it once a month or twice a month, the meeting?
I'm sorry, what was that, Jan?
If the ARB meeting, it's a once a month or twice?
Yes, it is once a month. Yes, I don't know when it is, the second Wednesday.
I will take a look on the
Okay.
website.
It might be April 12th. Okay, then just call the ARB secretary and she'll hopefully be able to get you on the next meeting.
That'd be
Since
great.
you have all
Thank
the
you.
material.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Take care. Okay. Next, we have 48 Grove. They are not here. So I'll pull that up.
The ARB is not the 12th.
Okay, well, they'll call, yeah, they'll call her.
That's when with gas.
Mhm.
You saw that metal siding, that's okay.
Okay.
Gas. I can see it.
It's on the 19th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that far off.
Well, it looked like someone added a warehouse onto a beautiful.
The back was wonderful. I loved the bump out in the porch and
Those little balcony.
balcony up top. I mean, it's looked great, but the front is.
Yeah, it's just blending in with that old brick.
Well, the interior space makes a lot of sense.
Hip roofs and
they're doing,
everything, hard to
but-
tie into that.
They're gonna have to talk us into that one.
Okay, so here, guys, so this is 48 Grove Road, older home in North White Plains.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got the stone finished first basement level with an existing 1-story above it. These homeowners want to add an additional
That's Sears
story.
Roebuck house, I think.
I had a Sears Road by.
Yeah, looking at the front, it looks like,
Didn't look anything.
yeah. Oh, they had ones with porches like that. They
Okay.
did.
So.
A lot of homes on Grove are fearful.
So this is what they want to do. So add the story above, otherwise keeping the house the same.
Yeah.
Looks fine.
There was some concern from some neighbors. that-
Parking.
No, well, yes, parking and the addition of the story would ruin the house. I'm not as concerned because it looks very appropriate, right? And in fact, it looks to me maybe even more balanced. Having the additional story, particularly from the front elevation from the street. Right, it looks
Somebody's doing this down there. It's
A
impressive.
huge net positive.
Yeah, I
Can
agree.
we go back to the original?
Sure we can.
And that's an expensive proposition.
So here's the
It is.
existing.
It's gonna improve the whole facility.
They're doubling the size of the house.
It's gotta be cheaper than.
Yeah, but I think it looks nice, I don't.
So it's an aggressive, it's a lot of money into this project, but
Oh, sure.
it's gonna be nice.
Is it within a half a mile of the train station?
I don't know.
Why?
Oh, just this whole.
I know,
housing complex.
is that, I don't know what the result.
Yeah, they could put 50 units on
I'm
it.
just-
Yeah.
It has not yet.
But the biggest issue I have is showing the maximum exterior wall height, which is lowest grade to the roof midpoint, and it has to be 34 feet, and I don't, it looks close.
Yeah.
So they have to show us what it is. They might have to make some adjustments or go to the zoning board depending on the result there. Other than that, I think it looks good.
So John Scarlata.
Yeah.
Is the architect, not as.
Oh, is he? So then he's here. So
So
I
he
didn't
would know.
realize that.
Keep it.
Well, he's here, so let me invite him in. John, you there? There. Hi, John.
Hello, I'm coming,
You with us?
I think.
All right, so we-
Sorry. Took a little while to get in there.
I didn't realize you were the architect for this. So we were just talking about the addition at Grove and anything you want to say about it or?
I mean, I think we need zoning, right? Because the house sits too close to the front yard. Right? And the back.
Well, no, I don't think so, because, well, that will be up to Rob, but if you're
Oh,
not
maybe
coming
the
any
addition
closer.
doesn't, right? The addition, yeah, I forgot.
Right, the addition not violating.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, exactly. So I think you're fine zoning wise. The issue was height, that maximum exterior wall height, lowest elevation to roof midpoint can't be more than 34 feet. You look close on that left side elevation. So
Okay.
you just have to measure that. We had some concerns from some neighbors that that putting the addition on will exacerbate a parking problem, and that the addition of the story will change the character of the home in a negative way. We were discussing those comments and noted that the addition looks attractive and nice.
Well, I mean, they're on a hill, right? So am I blocking somebody's view? Is that my problem?
No, I don't believe you are, because it's heavily wooded and those trees are gonna remain, so I don't think so. No, I don't think it's a
Okay.
view issue.
Right, we only kind of try to add what we needed as opposed to going over the whole house.
Yeah, I understand.
And we did the hip
Is there
roof to
any-
try to match the house and kind of keep the mass of it down, considering it is on the hill. So we did try to,
Say that again, John?
we did the hip roof, like I didn't do a gable roof, I did the hip to
Yeah.
really try to soften the house.
Yes, yep. Yep. So how does the committee feel? What do you want to do with this?
I'm fine with the
It
architect.
looks all right. All right. So then I'll make a motion to send, no engineering comments, because it's just going up.
Yep.
All right, so send to building. I'll make that motion. A second. AG, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so that one looks good.
Okay,
All right, and then you're on for the next one too.
I think I'm on for the next two.
Okay. So let me get Ross. Ross is here with us too. Ross was here. Yes, he's not. I don't know if you want to let Ross know, John. He was here before, but he's not now.
I know he said he was gonna try to come on, but he had a work something, so he may have jumped off.
Oh, okay.
Had
So
a work commitment.
yeah.
That would be my guess.
So 5 Anthony Courts. Mission.
It looks like a flag lot.
Oh, yeah, these lots are really interesting. Yeah.
I only got the interesting ones.
All right. So the actual project is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, the project is redoing the deck and making it larger. And then replacing the windows pretty much the way they are.
Yeah, so
and
let me just
reinforcing
share the
house.
screen. Share screen, Anthony Court. Share. Okay, so we've got the deck and what else are you doing here? I forgot.
We're doing the deck
is
and then
that
we're
it?
residing the house and replacing the windows.
Okay. Yep.
And
So
then you have the issue with the pool that's there, that's not the above ground. pool.
yes, there's a
Needed to be removed.
there's a
Or,
pool and patio here, and
yeah.
I thought they
the
wanted-
pool is old and really not to code. So now they're thinking, since you've been out there, that they may just do a new pool, which we would need to apply for. Or remove the old one, right?
Oh. So just kind of get rid of the pool and the patio now, and then come back later for a new pool. That works. Is that what they want to do?
I think that would be yeah, I guess that would be easier, because is the pool gonna hold up? How complicated is the pool to add to this? Then I need to do drainage, right?
Yeah, you'd have to all that information to the building department and to us. Yep.
So if I do the pool as a separate permit, it's another $750, it's another application fee, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Or should the pool be on,
I mean-
like, I'm looking for your guidance as to, because I don't want.
Find them, but you know, if they want to get going on the deck,
So again, timing is where you're at.
yeah, if the timing is the issue and you don't want to deal with the zoning board on the coverage, then yeah, get rid of the pool and the patio, do the deck, and then after you get everything ready, come back for the pool. That's fine. It's really up to your clients how they want to handle it.
Okay, all right. I'm thinking they really want to get the deck going quickly, so I think, and the pool's gonna be a pain, right? Because the pool, I need to do my, oh, well, okay, they're doing a smaller pool. We'll have to see how that works. Okay, so let's just let the deck
Yeah,
go by
it's not a
itself.
pain, but a big project.
Yeah, the pool should just be a separate project. There you go.
All right, so let's write this.
So I'll indicate the stuff coming out on there.
Patio. Okay, that's good. And then we'll approve the deck and that's fine, right? No one has any issue with the deck? It meets code and zoning code. Everyone okay with that?
Yes.
All right, so then we'll make a motion to send to building.
That's John. John, how are you? It's Steve Sorrow.
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good. Unless the pool or the potential design of the pool affect the construction or affect the design of the deck, where you might want to incorporate it a little better.
we might wanna
That's
shrink
where you might have to have that. Even though they're anxious to get the deck done, I'm not sure if the pool would be incorporated into
Well, the pool's definitely not
the
being
deck
incorporated.
more utilitarian than off to the side.
The pool's not gonna be incorporated to the deck. I know that. They're
Okay.
looking at getting actually like a lap pool,
Okay.
like the smaller one,
Okay,
is what they looked
Oh,
at.
yeah.
So,
Got got it.
I may want to shrink the deck slightly, but I don't. I have to figure out what pool they're getting and then work the numbers.
So then let's do the deck, right? Get them going on that and then deal with that later.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
All right, so I'll make a motion to send this to building with the pool and patio being removed.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Okay.
and you've got the next one too, right?
I got the next one too. It was a busy month in our month.
Yeah.
Although it was
That's
busy
good.
in Rye, I had 5 things on zoning.
All right, so next is 63 Byron Ridge Road. Oh, this was also a deck. Yeah, this is.
Not gonna addition, they're taking the greenhouse off the kitchen and making. it-
Yeah, this one was very straightforward. Let me pull it up. Yeah.
How large is this property?
2 acres, I believe.
Yeah, it's a couple, it's at least an acre and a half, one acre, maybe, let's see.
Or the-
Let me see.
In my mind, I'm thinking it was 2, but I could be wrong.
Let's see. I just think it's here. 43, so 1 acre.
1 acre, okay.
Yeah, but, I mean, shrink this down. Show you what we're talking about. Okay, so here we go. So this deck, or this greenhouse becomes, in.
It's
right,
gonna be, right now, that greenhouse was built over a deck.
Yep.
So it wasn't really done well, and it's too uncomfortable in the house. It's either too hot or too cold.
So
So we want to
you're
rip it
saying
off.
the bottom, I mean, it's a deck underneath the greenhouse?
Yeah, I mean, it was whoever built it back in the 80s. It's like it's air underneath it, so it's like it closed in and insulated, but it's just
Yeah.
yeah. So we're ripping the whole thing off, and we're gonna put in. We're making the addition slightly bigger than that greenhouse was because we have a future plan for the kitchen. So I think it's like
This was a
3 feet longer.
shed. It looks fine. And you're getting a more
We're gonna do that.
usable additional deck out of it. The shape now is a little odd.
Well, the
So
shape is
now-
odd for the reason that in the future they may put a pool in.
No, I meant the existing deck.
The
was an
existing
odd
deck
shape.
is right. It's narrow, and then you step down to that other part, and it's really unusable. You got all the stairs. Yeah, they're going to one-
Exactly. So it works a lot better the way you're redesigning it.
Yeah, and then also it's going to wrap around to the mudroom door. So
Yeah.
it works a lot better. And then the deck's angled because if we put a pool in
Yep.
later, where the pool has to fit in the property, that's where it's going.
I see. Smart. Okay. So, I mean, everyone okay with this? It
Yes.
looks fine.
I think it blends right into the
Let's see if
house.
I have any comments here. 63, no comments. Anything on your end? No. Okay, so then I'll make a motion to send this to building.
I'll second.
Definitely all in favor.
Aye.
Okay. All right, so you're done today,
Okay.
John?
That's it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Have a
take
good night.
care. You too. Okay, so next is Pioneer Trail, which is a bump out. Oh, too bad they're not here because I'll show you the issue there. So what we're talking about is a deck addition, which looks, okay, and fine. But the information we have doesn't reflect what's out there. In particular, there's a deck on the side of the house, so they need to show that in their coverage calcs. And I don't know if it has a permit or not. And if that deck didn't have a permit, then they're going to be now above the threshold for stormwater mitigation.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's not much we can really address if they're not here to answer those questions, other than highlight those questions, send them to the building department. I guess what we should talk about, I'll show you the aerial. Talking about is this deck that's on the side. So it looks like it should meet the setback requirements. But are we okay if essentially we're gonna authorize the new revised deck and the side one if they don't have permits? Are we okay with that here?
Would have to legalize it then.
That's what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, can we
issue.
get through
permit
the
for that?
RPRC for both of these if they don't have the front
Why
one.
not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't see it.
Yeah, we'll address that on our end.
Yeah, and going out there was nothing saying, oh, you know, we should approve that. And I'm guessing
Land coverage wise, they should be
they
good.
must have, but you know, who knows? Maybe they did pull a permit. I'm not sure. We'll check. So we're okay with everything. So we talked about the deck. You need to see this. This is the property lines, zoning conformance chart, and backup land coverage and floor area. Anything engineering?
We don't have anything again with that. deck.
You might
Yeah,
have,
we might
right. Yep, okay. I'll just make a note, maybe. Need. Storm.
Buys land coverage.
So, okay, with side. And rear. Yes. Address comments. All right, I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, and then I believe lastly, we have the tree removal. That, you know, that's something George is interested in looking at. Oh, so this one might be in a wetland? The last
Yeah,
one?
oh yeah, that was the last one, right?
All right, so if that's the case, George, we have to decide how we have to process this. I didn't see the wetland issue. Where,
There's a stream.
yeah, where's that
Maybe
stream?
we see maybe on the aerials, the wet soils.
Okay.
It's like a stream.
Yeah, so thinking about that, George, you know, we have to decide how, if they do need a wetlands permit, how it should be processed. Given that that side deck doesn't look anywhere near that stream, in the rear deck, it's just gonna be the pylon. Yes, maybe the back. I didn't see it when I was,
No.
when
Can
I was.
pull up Google?
See it? So this is, which one is this? For Pioneer?
Oh, no, this is
For Pioneer.
14 Tallwood.
No,
No,
for Pioneer.
Oh,
we're going back.
We're going back.
I think it's Ashley Smith.
Here's. Turn on streams. Oh, I see, across the street. I see, yep, I see the stream. See that? Here,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's really there, guys. But I don't.
Is there culvert?
This street range.
Maybe it is, maybe come down through here, so here, so come where the daylights, you know? So, George, what are you thinking here?
We're within the 100 feet.
It potentially can be within 100 feet of this stream.
Can we get a map of that? Can they do the survey for it? Show us more information on that?
Yeah, but you want this to go to the conservation board? I guess that's the question. You know, do you want this to be an administrative permit that gets reviewed and approved by the engineer? Or
The water's piped through the property? I mean, you would have seen
I
it,
don't
no?
know. I didn't see
I
it,
wonder if they're even aware of that.
you know, let's just take a look. So it's. But I mean, maybe it's in here. Doesn't look it. It doesn't, there's. No way, right?
Grass.
Yeah, there's no way that's here. That's
Could be
there.
piped and outletting in the rear. of the property.
Correct.
There's the sewer.
Right there.
So I think it's probably piped.
So
and
it's-
has an outlet.
So it might be dumping out back in here, and you know, the deck is. Deck's here.
Mhm.
I mean, definitely all lawn and it's, you know, tiered.
Right.
I don't see a big,
It's already disturbed.
yeah, I don't see a huge issue here. I mean, I'd be fine with it as administrative wetland permit, but I'm really gonna defer to you.
No, that's
first.
right. That's
All right, so let's If you're okay with that, let's amend our motion for Pioneer Trail to say if a wetland permit required processed. as it. Everyone okay with that? We should vote. I'll make that motion. Did I second? You did. Want a second again? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay. Now we'll move to Paulwood. We'll pull that up there too. So it's a heavily wooded property. And they're proposing to take some trees that are mostly growing out of the rock. You can see how much rock is there just from the aerial, right? It's all coming up at the surface. So there's some trees that are growing out of these rocks that are getting tall, and the homeowner's a bit concerned. He did submit pictures, so I'll pull those up as well.
These newer homeowners.
Let's see, I don't know. He might have said, sure. I'll pull it up in the submission. I don't recall seeing. Close to the power lines. Doesn't say that he's a new one. But you can see. You can see the steep slopes and the trees that are coming out on the periphery.
Mostly behind the house?
Some, so here, some are in the front, this is in the side. See, you know, kind of in that rock. Yeah.
It's amazing how this is going.
Right? Yeah.
And you're 50, 70, 80 years old,
Yeah.
100 years old.
They find so,
Power lines?
yes,
The power lines?
It's a
Yes.
service, it looks like.
yeah, that's a service.
You can see my service.
Through the
Through the woods, yeah, it's very good, so, yeah.
Is that the perspective of the camera, or are they actually leaning to the house? It's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the house is leaning to the right, so.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Probably a lens.
I don't know. They're right there. I mean,
That
they're,
one looks like.
That's leaning towards. the
Yeah.
house.
yeah. Oh,
They
yeah,
are,
for
So the
sure.
house is leaning towards the tree too.
Yeah,
Well, that could be.
I mean,
yeah, he wasn't perfect.
it wasn't an architectural lens.
Right.
Put it that way.
Maybe the tree wants to remove the house.
So I guess the question is, how do you guys feel about this? I certainly can understand,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, these are close. These are, you know,
Close to.
15 feet.
You gotta worry about a windstorm.
Yeah.
That's for that.
So you guys, yeah, right, you dealt with that.
Yes.
So is everyone okay with this? If so,
Four times.
I'll make a motion to send this into the
Everyone,
building.
125 miles.
can they,
Yeah. I don't-
Can they,
Mine's
what,
worth-
can they,
Yeah, I don't-
can they plant other trees
Yes.
that would be?
No, because
It's on rock.
Buffer.
these are on rock and they're very pretty close to the house, as
Right.
we saw from the aerial. Actually, there to go. It's heavily wooded, see? So you'd be planting them in the woods. So I don't think so.
Okay. So this is your neighborhood. You know? Losing a lot of.
you're losing a lot of trees and we live in a very wooded area and we're all happy with the trees. And it's a lot of trees to take down because they're probably relatively new homeowners and they're they look at a tree that's leaning toward that, they get very nervous. But if it falls down tomorrow and I said, don't do it, I don't want to hear about it.
I mean, it's not, I was in a house with one head, it's no fun, you don't wanna be there.
Well, let's see how it plays out. I'll make a motion to send it to the building, proving the tree removal. Does anyone want to second that?
I'll second it.
That was Mike, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm going to abstain.
Okay, but we'll count that as a no.
Understand,
Hmm?
understand.
Yeah, I see that. What you would-
It's painful
Painful.
to have
Yeah,
these
I understand.
trees there,
But here, I don't think it will be
50-year-old
so
trees.
bad. I mean, but certainly, we can think of some places where it was a lot more packed.
No, I know.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to make.
Say, if we had a tree commission, if we
Yes,
had some sort of tree policy where if you take 9 trees down, you gotta plant 9 trees. Now, it might not be on your property. But it may be in the community's interest to find trees somewhere else that maintains the character of
sure.
of woodedness that Sue is trying to preserve, and I'm trying to preserve.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Like a
Like a
kitty.
tree bank,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Or if you take down trees, you have to put money in.
Yeah, that's.
For-
Yes, that's what some communities have done.
Yeah.
Irvington does
Right,
it, Sleepy Hollow does
Replace
it,
the diameter.
Scarsdale does it.
Right, I mean, I think that would be fabulous.
Right, so that way, there's a net evenness to the community. Now, there might be places that are public ways in that area, Whippoorwill, that would be begging for a tree, and that would be an opportunity.
That's something, the town board can do.
Or go to Shoemaker Lane. And
Plant
plant
a
trees.
few there. Yeah, I could use it.
Hmm?
Could use a few.
So,
trees.
this is a premature conversation that we're
Can't
having.
enforce that now.
But you can see the point of it, and you wanna maintain a leafy character.
Yeah.
So I guess I have to say, I support it.
All right, so that concludes the meeting. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Second, all in favor?
Gonna be 70 degrees.
Great, get outside.
I think you're driving your red.
Sit in my office.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wind in the hair area of driving.
That-
Well, you've got hair, I don't, so.
back to the bug.